What is going on, everyone? We are back in our Bears franchise in Madden 17, and today the most exciting part of maybe the entire season, it's the NFL Draft taking place today. We have a lot of picks in the first two rounds, 6 in the first two rounds to be exact. So as we take a look at the watch list, cornerback, a big position of need, and one we need to focus on. Unfortunately, it's not a very deep cornerback draft, so second, fourth, and sixth rounders really the only worthwhile guys I was able to find. Really need to draft one of those guys, though, so we'll have to keep our eye out. Free safety, another position we're looking at here. We got a first rounder and a third rounder. Don't know if free safety is going to be the need that we address. Obviously, we have some bigger ones than free safety. Left outside linebacker, we got a couple guys here. This is one that if we can get one of these guys, that would be nice. We got some older linebackers at outside linebacker, and middle linebacker, which this is looking like one of the positions we could maybe attack in the first round. 4 first rounders are there, and that's really it. Then it's a 6th rounder after that, so if we miss out on those 4 guys, we'll probably be looking elsewhere. Right tackle, we can use some depth at right tackle. We lost our backup there. And then wide receiver, if we can get anyone here, wide receiver is not as big of a need as maybe it is to some of you as it is to me. But with 4 first rounders here, if we can get one of them, great. But otherwise, I'm happy with the wide receivers we have. And then halfback, we got some power backs here. Was not happy with Forston's performance last year, so keeping an eye out on any of those guys. Now, this is how the first round lays out with the available players. There's a nice mix of positions sprinkled throughout this first round, but obviously, as I said last time, with 2 first-round picks at the end of the first round, we're not going to get that game-changing player. So I'm most likely going to be trying to trade up at least one time, possibly twice, because we also have 4 second-round picks, which once you get down to the end of this first round, into the second round, it kind of falls off a little bit, especially in terms of the positions available. They're not really positions of need for us, so I'm thinking, why not just make sure we get the guys that we need by trading up into the first round, whether that be maybe around the top 10 mark. I don't know, we'll have to see how the first 10 picks go, and then maybe with those second rounders get back into the end of the first round to try and get someone else. I mean, we don't need 6 players in the first 2 rounds. Our team is not hurting that much for depth, so trying to make those big ones. We'll see there around that 10-11 mark the Browns. Before that Packers pick, maybe we'll stop and take a look at what's happening so far, but let's get into this draft here. Vikings picking first, and they will take a left tackle. Nice franchise pick there. The 49ers now at number 2 are going to take a cornerback. That is an interesting pick considering who else is available. We'll have to take a look at the end of the draft and see how these guys are rated. First middle linebacker goes off the board. Number 3 to the Lions. That's going to be Nugent. Number 4 is going to be the Ravens. They take a middle linebacker, so there we go. A quick string of middle linebackers. 5. It's another middle linebacker, so that means there's only 1 first-round graded middle linebacker left, and honestly, they were all pretty interchangeable, so I'm not upset that these 3 are gone, but I'm starting to think here, can we get that last one? Left tackle goes to the Cardinals at 6. Number 7 is going to be the Dolphins, and they are going to take a wide receiver, first wide receiver off the board, so no one else so far that we're missing out on here. 8 is going to be a right guard, so still no one else. We still got a middle linebacker, a free safety, a defensive end, outside linebacker. Everyone's still there. 9 for the Falcons is going to be another wide receiver. So here we go. Pick number 10 is going to be the Browns, and it's this point that I think, you know what, let's not risk it anymore. There are multiple positions available for us to upgrade here, so we're going to try and offer a first and 2 seconds for a first and a second next year for the Browns. They are close to taking it there, so I'm going to change it. I think I increase the second round pick. Let's see, we go 29, and then I'm going to give them a 61, and then I take away the second, and I make it a third next year. So it's going to be a first and a second for a first and a third next year. Actually, make that 2 seconds. I forgot. It is going to be a first and 2 seconds for a first and a third next year, and that is going to be enough. Maybe overpaying a little bit, but honestly, I mean, they're just draft picks. We have a lot of them. We can afford to do this. So now here's who we have available. Jamal Harris at free safety. I don't like the fact that he has a C+ in one of his top 3 skills. I would like to see at least B's for all 3, because that kind of screams to me that he's going to be probably a mid-70s rating. Same thing with Ace Tolliver. He's looking pretty good, but that C+ tackling, not as big of a deal for him, but still a little bit iffy. B- hit power, so maybe not him. Middle linebacker Henry Lacy, A-, A-, B+. which is outstanding. He's a little bit slower, though. A 4.72 is not necessarily great, but here's this guy, Kevin Alonso. Left end wasn't even necessarily on my radar. Yes, I would like to improve that position, but look at this, B+, 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 and ultimately this one, I can't pass up. We're going to take Kevin Alonso. I feel like if we need to, we can get back up in that first round and grab someone else if any of these other guys fall, but it's going to be Kevin Alonso, and how about that? He's a 79 overall, superstar development, number 6 in true talent, and this guy looks like a monster. Now, he isn't exactly a perfect scheme fit because he's a 4.3 guy, but 91 speed, 84 tackle, 88 block shedding, 86 acceleration. Looks to be an absolute monster there that will start probably immediately on our defense. Harris goes to the Packers 1 pick later, so good thing we stopped there because who knows what could have happened with that Packers pick. Raiders at 12 are going to take a left tackle. So now it's back to kind of watching, seeing if any of these other guys fall off the board to decide when we try to trade up again. Wide receiver goes to the Texans at 13. 14, the Cowboys are going to take a free safety as well. So at this point, the free safety option is gone. We still have an outside linebacker, a middle linebacker. I don't want to trade up again yet. 15, that's still, I think, just too close to 10. That might cost too much, but there goes the outside linebacker, Tolliver, going to go to the Steelers at 15. So now it's really down to, I think, the middle linebacker, basically, who is still going to be available. So how long do we wait? I would like to grab another middle linebacker, especially this guy who looks to be pretty good. The Saints are going to take the first QB at 16. 17 is going to be the Giants. They take a wide receiver, and I figure at this point, you know what? Let's not wait any longer, just in case this guy is going to be taken. We're going to try and trade up here with the Bills at 18, and seeing who's available first. And Henry Lacy there. We got Alexander Weed, a halfback, not going to take him in the first round, but looking at Lacy, A-, A-, B+, what crazy top 3 skills. So I got to feel like he's going to be a pretty high-rated player. Not necessarily a guy that at middle linebacker is going to start right away, but if we need to make a trade to get rid of one of the older guys at the linebacker position, we can do that. So we're going to offer a first and a second for a first, just trying to make this one simple. Again, maybe we overpay a little bit, but I'm okay with that because we still have a second rounder. We're going to pick very, very early in the second round. So Lacy, at this point, going to be the guy we're going to take. Again, I'm a little worried he's going to be a little slow, but you know what? Hopefully it's going to be worth it here, and he is going to be a 79 overall, quick development as well, number 7 in true talent. So we have the number 6 and number 7. He does only have 82 speed, but 92 tackle, 91 hit power, 87 pursuit. This guy looks very good. Play recognition is only going to be 70, but that's something we can easily upgrade. So looks like we have hit it out of the park twice here in this first round. Center, wide receiver, center, and the next 3 picks, left tackle to the Buccaneers, right tackle to the Broncos, so a string of linemen here. Another quarterback going to go 24 to the Jets. Right end goes to the Redskins. The halfback Weeding going to go to the Chiefs there. Titans at 27 are going to take a D tackle. The Panthers are going to take a free safety at 28. Browns with our pick are going to take a right guard, Flanagan. Patriots will take at number 30. As it is going to be just a couple more picks before we pick again here in the second round. They take a strong safety. Bengals at 31 take a right end, and then the Bills with our final pick in the first round are going to take a right end as well. So one more pick here, and we're going to be up again. Jaguars take a D tackle. So now here we are, number 34. And as I said before the draft started, things really fall off after the first round. There's only 2 guys on our watch list grading in the second round. We got Marcus Shivers at corner, but you know what? I don't really like his attributes. He's got BCC. Not great. So I decided to take a look and see what trade offers are going to be available to us. And as we scroll through here, there is one here. This Seahawks offer a first and a second round pick next year. I mean, honestly, it's too good to pass up. This is where we were last year, how we ended up with 6 picks in the first 2 rounds this year. We were able to trade down and take advantage of some teams that really, really wanted to come up, and we do that there. We're going to make the trade with the Seahawks. Now we move ahead to our 3rd round pick. This is who we have available. We have an outside linebacker, left tackle, corner. Already all the 3rd round guys are gone, so we're looking at 4th round prospects, excuse me. But looking through here, the one name that really jumps out and the attributes that jump out to me here, the top 3 skills, is going to be this next guy here. Wesley Potter has B+ zone coverage. Yes, the next 2 are only C+. He has a 4.53 40, but that zone coverage, looking for that 3rd corner with that high zone ability, he's looking like a pretty good option. We're going to take him, and he is going to be a 76 overall, and even better, he's got the quick development, 26 in true talent, 88 speed, 89 acceleration agility, 87 zone coverage, still 80 or 78 man coverage, which is not bad for that C+. So another good pick there. So now 4th round, Picking last here, we got some 5th round prospects, which obviously picking at the end of each round, we're going to probably lose out on any of the guys graded out in the current round. But here, we don't have a lot of options. I mean, the remaining needs we have right tackle, that's a 6th round grade. So in the 5th round with the options, tight end is maybe a small need, and this guy actually looks not half bad. B catch, B minus special catch. Does have a 4.83 40, which is not great, but honestly, looking around here, not really any better options. So I think we're going to pull the trigger here on the tight end, as maybe this being our first unnecessary pick. But look at this, 72 and another quick development here. He's 45 in true talent, does have only 73 speed or 78 speed, but 83 catch, 80 spectacular catch, 79 catch in traffic, and 90 acceleration. So that's pretty good, but not the quickest tight end there, but obviously going to fill a little bit of a depth situation. So now 5th round pick, and here we're already out on the 5th rounder. So looking at the 6th rounders here, this one looks to be like a pretty clear pick. We need that right tackle depth. Lynn Gilbert still sitting there, so we are going to take him in the 5th round, and hopefully this is going to be a pick worthwhile. B, run block, C+, C, not the greatest top 3 skills, and not the greatest pick. 68 overall, he's going to be 203rd in true talent. 84 run block isn't bad, but the rest of it not looking too great. Now we move ahead. We did not have a 6th rounder, so this is going to be our final pick here in the 7th round, and all that's left basically is wide receivers, which isn't bad because we could use a wide receiver. So looking at our options here, we got 3 guys all showing as undraftable, but as we go through here, there is going to be one guy that, again, is going to stand out above the rest, and it's going to be this guy, Ace Eason. B plus catch, B minus catch in traffic, 4.55 40. Not going to be a quick guy, but you know what? That B plus catch is intriguing. And look at this, 258th in true talent, but 87 speed, 86 catch, 90 acceleration, 95 jumping. His catching attributes are great, except for route running, only 63, but we can absolutely work with that. So there is the draft. It is just like that, over. And here is the result: 79, 79 for those top 2 picks, 76, 72. The one miss with the 68 at the right tackle, and then Eason, Mr. Irrelevant, 66, but I'm actually happy with him. Now looking around the league, these middle linebackers all look to be pretty good. Arsenault is going to be an 82. He's got 91 acceleration, 83 speed, 88 agility. Deion Miles, the number 2 pick for the 49ers, is not a good pick. They missed last year. I think they had the first pick and they took a halfback. He was slow, and this guy really slow. 86, 86, 83, looking more like a safety, but they're obviously going to be playing him at corner, so the 49ers, not great draft again. Nugent for the Lions is going to be an 81 overall. They look to have a pretty halfway decent draft, although they take 2 safeties back-to-back in the 3rd and 4th round. The Packers, Jamal Harris, that free safety, was a 76, but the rest of their draft is not good at all. They take a couple wide receivers. The Ravens are going to get the other middle linebacker, Bushrod. He's going to be an 81 overall. So all these guys rated pretty close. Ravens only had 3 picks in this one, and then the Vikings, their number 1 pick was a 78. He does have the superstar development trait, which is going to be good, but obviously not starting out as a super high rated player. And then the rest of their draft, again, just kind of so-so. Not a great draft really for anyone. We probably had the best draft out of anyone. There was a couple teams that had very few picks. I think the Cowboys only had 2 picks. The Falcons, I think, had 2 picks. The Cowboys had 3. So a lot of teams trading their picks away. But either way, the draft, just like that, has come and gone, and it's been a good one. I said before, this is maybe the most important draft we have ever had, considering our limited cap space, but I think we absolutely knocked it out of the park, and now we head into Season 4, trying to repeat as Super Bowl champions. Looking like we're going to have at least 1 rookie starting, possibly 2, but obviously some of these guys here, getting them in the 1st round, going to play some significant time in this upcoming season, and hopefully they can help us to shore up some of them holes that we created with re-signing in free agency and having to let some of those guys go because of cap space issues. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to go through, see who's available, fill out the practice squad, sign some free agents to fill out the roster. Don't think I'm going to sign a ton of guys because honestly this team is pretty much decided upon. There's really not too many open spots, so there's no real point adding a bunch of guys. And also that is going to be why I'm going to bring you the preseason all in one episode next time. I'm going to play all 4 games. I'm going to show you all the cuts. There won't probably be a lot of cuts, but I'll just give you the highlights of each game, kind of show you the team, and then that way we also get into season number 4 a little bit quicker and get on our way, hopefully, of an improved team. Hopefully the team is a little bit more less injury prone this year, and we'll be on our way looking for that 2nd Super Bowl championship. So that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed the draft, go ahead and give this a like down below and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.